Hi guys, this is Sadik from Rodden.com. In this video, we'll show you how to flash the best GSI ROM. Yes, that is the name. Best GSI Android 16 base on any Android phone. So please take a backup of all the phone data and let's get started. First off, install the Table Info app from F2. This is the link. Once that is done, launch the app. Go to the second tab and please verify is shown as supported. If that's all fine, then let's move with the next step, which is about the GSI ROM naming scheme. So let's open the article in new tab. And now let's get the ROM file. There are two variants, the best GSI and the best GSI core. You may get any of the two. All the variants differences are given here. For example, this is the best GSI and this is the best GSI core. You may have a look at that. Setups, all the key features are given here. I'm using currently the best GSI. There is also a core variant. If you want, you may use the core variant. The choice is yours. But for now, I'm using the best GSI, and in the release section, you could see this is the naming scheme. Version 16 Android 2. Then ARM64 is the CPU architecture. So please verify. You could see it's the same as ours. Great. Then we have AB. So both AB and B means the same thing, which is system as root, and that is also enabled. Then it's a non-GApps build. So you may get the file from here, and everything is given in my article what all of these things mean. If you want, you may have a look at my article to know more about these naming convention. Anyways, once you have got the ROM file, it will be in a .xz format, extracted by 7-zip. So do a right click, open with 7-zip, extract to best GSI, and this will take a few seconds to be extracted. It's a vanilla build. So once we have got the ROM extracted, let's move with the next step. So this is complete now, and now you will have to get the SDK from my article, extract them onto your PC. Upon doing so, you will get a few files in the platform tools, as you could see over here. When that is done, now enable OEM unlocking and UST debugging. OEM unlocking is required to unlock the phone's bootloader, and debugging is required for ADB command. So let's now enable both the toggles onto our phone. For that, go to settings, about phone, tap on build number or OS version 7 times, then go back, go to additional settings, dev options, and from there enable OEM unlocking as well as UST debugging. On Xiaomi phones, you have to wait for 10 seconds. And once the time frame will elapse, you may tap on OK, and then let's just wait. Now tap on OK. You might get one more prompt. Again, tap on allow or OK, and with this, the debugging is now enabled. Let's first verify it. So type in CMD in the address bar of platform tools and hit the enter key. Then type in the command of ADB devices, verify you're having an ID. If that's all well and good, then you have to now unlock the phone's bootloader. So for that, we have an article and video as well. For the Nothing phone, the Pixel phone, and the OnePlus, you have to just use the forward flashing and unlock command. For all the other phones, the steps are somewhat different. You may have a look at my guide for the Xiaomi, Samsung, Realme, Moto, Xperia phone. So please check out the guide for your phone and unlock the phone's bootloader. When that is done, you will then be inside the OS once again. And moving on, now you have to transfer the ROM file inside the folder of platform tools. Let's do that. Currently, this is the ROM file, and it will be IMG format. Cut and paste it here. For the ease of convenience, let's do a renaming. Rename this to, let's say, GSI, and the name becomes gsi.img. After that, you will now have to get the file of BB Meta from the same firmware which is there onto your phone. You may verify it from the phone's build number or OS version. In case of Xiaomi phone, for example, this is the version number, build number 202060 VMRINXM. So please get the exact same firmware, then extract the firmware and get the file of BB Meta. In case of Xiaomi phone, it will be in a .gz format. Again, extract. You will get a tar file and again extract. Then you will get the required IMG file. Let me show you. After extraction, it's the same one, 202060, as you could see, and same region as well. Go to images, get the file of BB Meta from here, copy, paste the file inside platform tools folder. In case of Pixel phone, you may get the factory email from the official Google site. For the OnePlus, you may get the file of payload bin, then extract the bin file via Fireboot Enhance and get the file of BB Meta. This is the Fireboot Enhance, extracted via this. All the steps and the video are given in my article. So please have a look at that and get the job done. Once you have got both the file of BB Meta and the GSI, let's move to the next step, which involves booting the phone to the fastboot mode. So typing the command of adb reboot bootloader, hit the enter key. The phone should now be inside the fastboot mode in just a moment. As and when that happens, type in the command of fastboot devices, verify you're having an ID. Just give me a second. If you're not having this ID, in that case, you have to install the fastboot drivers onto your PC. The link for the drivers are given here. So install it. Then do a right click on the Windows icon and choose Device Manager. Now expand the Android phone section and verify your phone is shown there. If that's all fine, let's now turn off the Android verified boot by flashing the file of dbmeta. So copy the entire command, paste the command in the CMD window, which is here, hit the enter key. Now, once that is done, you have to now boot the phone to the fastboot D mode. So let's do that as well. The command is fastboot reboot fastboot. Hit the enter key. In just a moment, the phone should now be inside the fastboot D mode. The fastboot D screen will be very different for each of the phones. Example, in case of screenshot, you could see this for the Pixel phone. In the Xiaomi phone, you will just get the fastboot D keyword and so on. Moving on, let's now remove the product A slot to make some space for the GSI ROM. So let's remove this, copy the command, paste the command in the CMD window, and product A is now gone, and we could now flash the GSI ROM. So fastboot flash, partition name is a system partition, file name is gsi.img. Hit enter. The flashing has started. If you get an issue that there is not enough size, then you also have to remove the B slot of product as well. So use the fastboot delete logical partition product underscore B. So, and after that, once again, try to flash the ROM. This time there will be no issue whatsoever. So in case of you're having any issue, remove both the slots of product A and B, then flash it, then there will be no issue whatsoever. So let's just wait for the file to be flashed. So guys, the flashing is now complete. Now please do a phone formatting. For the command is fastboot space -w. Hit the enter key. Formatting is now done as well. And you may now type in the command of fastboot space reboot. Hit the enter key. The phone should now be inside the OS, but the first booting up will take up some time. So let's just wait for that to complete. I guess around 20-30 seconds. So let's just keep a tab on that. Let's see the boot logo or the boot animation. And that will mean that we have flashed the ROM file successfully. The boot animation should be here anytime soon. And you could see we have got the boot animation of the BestGSI. It's something unique, looking nice. Anyways, let's wait for a few more seconds. And then we will have a look at the ROM's features, its UI and UX as well. Let's just wait. And with this, the booting up is now done. This took some time, around a couple of minutes, but now it's fine. We have, okay, there are a lot of launchers as you could see. Let's choose launcher 3 just once. Okay, we have the App Store as well. And a few Droidify, Gallery, JQuarks. Let me first see Droidify. What is that? Allow all. Okay, it's the App Store kind of a things where we will see all the apps installed, pending updates, or you may find new apps here. But if that is the App Store, then what is this? This is also the App Store. So there are a couple of apps. Apart from that, Gallery, JQuarks, I am not quite sure. Okay, it's a web page. The web browser is there. New Pipe, I guess, is for the YouTube. You can view videos over here. Ad blocker. Then Task Manager. Okay. Working mode, root or Shizuku. This is something great. System task. So this requires elevated permission to work. So you may either give it the root mode or the Shizuku mode. If you have Shizuku installed, Volume is for the wallpapers, Wall Heaven, but currently it requires Wi-Fi to be enabled. This is the QS tiles. You may resize these tiles as well if required and add it. When that is done, hit the back button, settings menu. So from here, modes, DND display, always on display is there as well. Appearance, dark theme, this looks nice. Pure black is not there, but you may force enable dark mode for all the apps that support this. Auto rotate screen, okay, it's fine. Wallpaper and style section, what all wallpapers we have. On device is just one single wallpaper. Then there are a few wherein you will need Wi-Fi to access them. Then apart from that, what all is there? You may change the clock size. Only one single clock is there, so you cannot change it. Change the colors. Yes, there are a few other colors. or change the size. This is fine. Hit the apply button. You may add a shortcut as well in the bottom left and right according to your choice. Then in the home screen, you may change the theming color from here or choose any color from this page. Then you may also switch to the light or dark theme. Let's go back, discard. The font style is looking nice. Okay, there is no, the font icon size cannot be changed, or 5x5, 4x4, even that is not there. So we cannot change that in the system section. Gestures, the usual ones, it is there. Backup users, okay, nothing specific. Security, then okay, you may access this from here. Triple duet settings and carry out the required features. Miscellaneous tweaks for the audio UI tweaks. So the same as is the case with all the other GSI ROM, you have the same over here as well. For the 4G and 5G, you have to install the IMS APK, enable both the toggles, then *#, INFO, ##, phone information, then choose NRLT from the drop down and so on. All the guides I will link in my article. You may have a look at that. So it's a clean stock UI experience with just the required features, and a lot of launchers were there. So let me just see what all launchers. Default apps, home app is currently, you could see we have these many launchers. Mako, okay, this is nice, clean. This is something unique which I haven't seen till now. So this is one of the launchers. Then if I want to go back, next up we have the launcher. This is quite a famous one, you might be aware of this already, the launcher. Then we have the launcher 3, which we have just seen. This is the launcher. And okay, this is also fine. More number of app icons in each row. This launcher I have used as well. It's the basics one. And then we have the Ion launcher. This is also looking nice. Okay, it has all the folders separately. This is again something unique. We have so many options to choose from. You may change the icon size from here, icon packs, grayscale, monochrome, change the background color, add a gloss. The card style can be changed as well. Background colors of it, app drawer categories, the background color of the background colors of the app drawer and home screen both can be changed. You may add widgets. Well, there are a few great widgets. Let's create and add it. Then calculator, analog clock, all are there. Notification access, hidden app. So there are a few Ion launcher tweaks. This one has a lot of features, as you could see over here. So guys, this was quite a handy GSI ROM. I was not expecting this to have these many tweaks. We have around 6 or 7 launchers and a clean stock UI experience with just the required features. And if you have any query with regard to any of the steps, do let me know in the comment section, and let's just check out the about device section, and then we will round off the link and this video as well. Let's go back, and that is just about it. Thank you for watching the video.